today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Aries. And please keep in mind, this is a general reading and it's also timeless. So this may be in relation to events that have already taken place in the past, things that are currently playing out for you, or things that may come up in the near future or even further afield. So, however, I do feel you will get this message at the time when you need to hear it. Now, with regards to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll start firstly with the Dark Mirror deck. We'll then get a card from the Angelarium and then one from Luminology. With regards to the tarot, I'll be pulling some messages using the Beautiful Creatures 2nd edition print. My gorgeous new deck that I love using at the moment. So excited to be getting into it with you on this reading using this deck. So let's see what's coming up for you at this time, Aries. As I said, it's general, so don't force it to your situation if the messages don't resonate. Just while I'm shuffling, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next reading goes live on the channel. Awesome. Okay, so let's get into it. Aries, the first card you have is Artificial Heart, right? Artificial Heart. So there is something that I feel like in the moment you're kind of feeling like you're playing a role. You're playing your parts, right? So you're showing up, you're doing the usual greeting, you have a smile on your face, you're doing your day-to-day tasks, working, taking care of responsibilities, whatever it is. But whilst you're smiling on the surface, I feel like inside, you're just kind of functioning, you're just, on autopilot is what I'm getting. But the reality is, there is so much depth to your feelings, right? But people can't see that. They're not seeing it because you're not showing it, because you're not letting anyone see the weight you're carrying in your heart space, right? So people think you're fine and that you're not faced by anything, and that you're not emotionally being challenged by any situation right now, but it couldn't be further from the truth. You're carrying a lot of burdens, actually, and I feel like when it comes to matters of the heart, there's something that's causing you a lot of pain, or that you're really longing or missing or feeling the weight of or the loss of, right, in some shape or form. So it's something to do with that, right? But yeah, you're not letting anyone see it though. You're keeping it very close to your chest, whatever this pain is, okay? So let's see, let's go over to the Angelarium now and see what guidance we can get from the Divine and what the synchronistic messages or symbols can be with regards to this situation. Okay. So the cards you have is Hazmet, Angel of Annihilation. So very intense energy, right? But with this, it's a case of, something is being completely removed from your reality. It's not even needing to work on something or heal something or change something. Something is literally being removed entirely out of your life, forever. But this may not necessarily even be something outside of yourself. This could be something that's happening internally, right? I feel like there is a shattering of illusions. There is, I feel like the reason you're kind of on autopilot at the moment when it comes to greeting the external world is because internally there is a lot of false identities, previous identities, shadow aspects, just fragments of an old identity that's been completely blown apart, that's just being removed entirely because you are walking into a new expression of yourself, right? Your ego is reforming in a new image, pretty much. That's what I'm getting. So that's why, you're kind of keeping everything very much beneath the surface because you have a whole bunch of inner work that's currently taking place. And I feel like once this process is complete, nothing will be the same again for you, but in a good way, right? So it's just kind of like you're going through a bit of a dark night of the soul type deal at the moment, because essentially it's kind of also a bit of an ego death, but not in the traditional sense, more just that, you know, it's a clear up operation rather than a death, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you anyway. I'm sure for whoever is going through it, you'll get what I'm saying, okay? So let's go to the Moonology deck now and see what else we can uncover. Some energies and support from Mother Moon. Okay. So the card you have from this deck is Balance, Spirituality and Practicality, Full Moon in Pisces. So you could have Pisces in your chart or be dealing with one. But regardless, I feel like it's a case of, you know, I feel like, yeah, again, you're just kind of dealing with everything beneath the surface, but on the outside world, you're just going about your day-to-day, right? And pretending like there's nothing going on beneath the surface. But the reality is you do need time as well for yourself, because you've got all of this going on internally. You need to ground your energy. You need to take some time to meditate, as it says, like, you know, balancing spirituality and practicality. So I feel like because of this huge transformation that you've been going through for some time now, you really need to look at your spiritual practices, right? I feel like there's some practices that you would really benefit from at this time that could really help you with this, especially this aspect of your journey, because it is a lot, you know. It's challenging, it's draining, it's just a lot to process and to integrate and to allow to fall away as well. There's a lot of letting go at this time. So I feel like, you know, there are certain practices that can help you with this. So it's worth exploring, right? You know, it's going to be different for different people. People naturally have an affinity with one practice over another. Often that's the case. So it's just worth exploring and trying things out and seeing what works for you personally, right? Okay, so let's go to the tarot now and see what else we can find out for you that can help you with this process, right? Because it is a process. It's something that's kind of happening autonomously, especially as this is kind of clarifying that very thing, that this is something that's just happening in the background, right? But yeah, it's a lot to process. It's a lot to kind of just take on board, but it's going to serve you in the long run, like massively. Because like I said, once this process is completed, nothing will be the same again. Your whole life will start to look very different. You will start to look and feel very different as a result. You will not see things in the same way, you know. So yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. Ooh, okay. They seem to both want to come out. No, it's too many there. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, these two. All right. So it's interesting. I'm getting reversals this time around. In the last set of shadow work readings, I wasn't really getting reversals, but in these readings I am. So it's interesting. Okay, so the first card you have is the Habit, Dependency. So this would be like your devil card in the traditional tarot, right? So Capricorn energy I would associate it with. But regardless, I feel like, yeah, there is something you're so used to putting on. I feel like in this case, it's about putting on a brave face all the time. You know, you're used to projecting, you know, a certain image into the world because you feel like you have to shoulder the burden alone. That's what I feel like. Even though it's painful, it's difficult, I feel like there are people you know, because I think half the problem is most of the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis would not understand what it is that you're going through. However, there is someone, you know, someone in your environment or that you're connected to that would understand, right? That would be able to give you advice, support, even just an ear to listen to, right? So you can finally get it off your chest and not feeling like you're just having to deal with this alone, right? So it's really important that I feel like you do start speaking up to those who you trust, or that won't be judgmental, that will understand what it is that you're going through. Because if you keep trying to do everything alone and not expressing anything to anyone and just pretend you're fine when you're not, you're going to have a meltdown, essentially. You know, it's only normal. Eventually, you're going to crack, right? So you need to be able to just have a moment of vulnerability, to just, you know, let go, release, just express what's been going on, and not having to put a brave face on, you know, 24/7. It gets really draining. So I feel like that's what needs to happen. But right now, you're not prepared to do that. Next card you have is the Six of Swords, right? Air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is about removing yourself from situations, environments, letting things go that no longer serve. Like I said, it's being removed from your frequency for a reason, right? So don't hang on to old identities that no longer serve, because that's stunting your personal growth, right? Let it go. Same with connections that are no longer serving your best good. Anything that keeps you locked into, you know, having to put on a certain act, or anything that makes you feel like, you know, it's very surface level and it doesn't resonate with the frequency that you're now stepping into. Let it go. Just let it go, right? Detach from it. Free yourself from it, because it's being removed from your vibration regardless. So the best thing you can do is not cling on to it, but just to release, surrender it to the process, right? Surrender it to the divine and know that it's freeing up space for something else, right? Next card you have is the Queen of Pentacles, right? Ambition. Queen of Pentacles associated with Capricorn energy. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or have it prominently in your chart. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to the material realm, you can manifest abundance quite easily. It's something that you've never really struggled with so much. Okay, you may not have everything that you want or desire, but I feel like you're never really lacking. You're never like having to worry about, you know, living on the street and not being able to feed yourself, right? I feel like you're always able to, you know, attract material and financial abundance to you, right? But I feel like you're at a point where you're wanting to level that up, right? You want to attract more, that you're not willing to settle, right? You know what it is that you want, you know what it is that you deserve, and therefore, you know, you're stepping into a vibration that will cater for that, that will allow you to start attracting that level of abundance in. And I don't think it's just financial either. I feel like it's something that's relevant to this shift that you're going through. So I feel like it's about your connections as well. You're wanting to attract people that are of the same vibration, energy, status, have the same kind of principles as you. And when I say status, I don't mean like, you know, how famous you are or anything like that. I just mean people that are also putting the work in, that are leveling up, that are, you know, really stepping into their power, okay? So the next card you have is, okay, this is amazing. So you have, we just done the Queen of Pentacles, right? You now have the King of Pentacles as well. So we have a pair here. So I feel like, yeah, there is someone, like I said, there's someone already in your vibrational field. Even if you're not physically close to this person, there's someone you're already energetically connected to, that not only are you very well attuned to, that you have a significant connection with, but is also someone that can help you with this process, someone who's already been through it, because they're showing up with the King of Pentacles energy, you're showing up as the Queen, right? And it doesn't matter about the gender, this is literally about the feminine and masculine energies, right? So this person has already been through what you're going through. So this is why it makes even more sense for you to open up to this person, because they are the ones that will understand. They've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? So if you know who this person is, because I feel like you will know if this reading is for you, reach out to them, explain what's been going on to them. Perhaps energetically they've been feeling that there's something going on with you, but because you're not communicating it, they don't know what to make of it. So if you just reach out to them and express what's going on with you, I feel like this person will support you, right? The King of Pentacles is someone who's very stable, grounded, very loyal, very committed, very supportive, right? They're willing to be a support because they know that they have their bases covered. They are grounded, that they know how to refill their cup energetically, especially. So yeah, this is a good person to reach out to, and you do have a very spiritual connection with this person. That's why you're showing up in the same suit, right? You know, the two divine masculine and feminine equivalents of the same energy. So you're very connected with this person, so it makes sense for you to reach out at this time. I feel like you're getting a nudge from the universe to do that because you've been doing this alone for long enough. It's time to, you know, branch out. Nobody's an island, okay? We need each other. So now is the time to be vulnerable. Have that heart-to-heart with this person and allow them to support you. The universe wants you to open up and allow yourself to be supported at this time. Next card you have is the Chariot in reverse. So Chariot in reverse, that's Cancer energy. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian possibly, right? Or have Cancer in your chart. But regardless, I feel like it's a case of, yeah, until you allow the things to fall away that are no longer serving you, that are no longer meant for you, you'll not be able to move forward. You know, you'll not be able to continue your ascension journey, especially, right? Because the Chariot is the Merkaba, is the chariot of ascension. And I feel like, you know, until this is done, until this process is complete and everything that is meant to crumble away out of your reality does, you will not be able to move forward. So that's why, again, it's so important that you don't cling on to what is no longer serving you. You have to just allow it to be released. You don't even really need to do anything as such with that. You just got to let it fall away. That's literally it. And then the last card you have here is the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's the wheel, what I call it. It's the Wheel of Fortune, okay? But in reverse. So, yeah, there is resistance to change, right? There is a bit of resistance because you know that you're forming a new expression of yourself, a new identity, right? Your ego is reforming, right? With certain key energies from the past that are serving you, but also new energies, right? And I feel like there is resistance there because you feel like in some aspect you are losing yourself, but you're not. You're actually evolving into a more refined expression of yourself, actually. So perception is going to be very key here. And especially because it's like if you want to level up to the extent that you do, you have to embrace the change, right? Because right now I feel like you're actively trying to go against it on some level. There is a bit of self-sabotage there. However, I feel like that's why the divine is simply coming in and just taking an axe to whatever it needs to do, you know, whatever it needs to go. Because there is that resistance, and there has been a level of resistance for some time now. But that's coming to an end. I feel like soon the Wheel of Fortune, once this process is complete, it will then start turning in your favor. The Chariot would then be in the upright. Things will start moving very quickly, very much forward, you know, towards what it is that you want. So you're being essentially recalibrated so that you actually start moving towards your true north, right? Because there's been some backpedaling, you know, for some time, but now you're just getting geared up so you can go full steam ahead. So this is actually very positive. I really like this for you, Aries. I do recommend as well checking out the bonus love, sex and relationships reading that I did for you, as you guys were my top viewers for September 2020, so thank you for that. I do recommend checking that out if you do have this connection, right? Because we have the King and Queen here, and yeah, that I feel like this dynamic could be significant. This could be someone that you tried to enter a relationship with in the past and it didn't quite come together, or it could be someone that you were with in the past and you're in separation from, and that's why you're not reaching out to them. If that is the case, do check out the love, sex and relationships bonus reading that I did for you, because there's deeper insights there with regards to your dynamic with this person and how they truly see the connection as well as yourself. But anyway, so yeah, Aries, I really hope this helped. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, things are moving forward, but you just have to make sure that you don't hinder your own progress. That's literally it. You know, everything else is kind of just happening autonomously. So sure, you don't have to share, you know, what's going on with you, your personal life with the world, but there is someone significant here that I feel like you need to open up to, because it will really help you with releasing what needs to be released, okay? So lots of love, lots of support, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.